Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel and to my kitchen. This is another vegan recipe. Come on and let's get started.
You don't remember where you're coming from. You don't remember where you're coming from. You don't remember where you're coming from. Rastafari, why you turn your back on your brother when him need you? You don't remember the days when him feed you. You know when no obligation but to owe him some respect. All you need to do is just give him what you forget. Turn your back on your brother when him need you.
Alright, now I know so I've been loving all these vegan recipes. Oh, and them taste so yummy. This one is how to make a fast and easy, quick vegan steak recipe in your kitchen. I'm going to show you how I combine all these ingredients to get to that step. Or to that level. Now let's get into the mushroom that I'm going to be using. Now you have to use that mushroom right there. That mushroom I'm using is the oyster mushroom, and this is how your oyster mushroom looks. I'm going to be using 2 of them for this recipe. Don't skip it. Let's get into all the ingredients we're going to need to make this thing a wicked nice and flavorful. You need 1/2 cup of oats flour and 1/2 cup of 100% whole wheat flour. You're definitely going to need your yeast. You cannot skip the yeast process for this recipe. Now, you're going to need tomato paste, garlic. You're also going to need browning or soy sauce, salt and black pepper. You're also going to need some steak seasoning, all-purpose seasoning, and some parsley. If you have fresh parsley, use that. Sweet pepper, tomatoes, scallion and thyme, and a Jamaican scotch bonnet pepper. Hopefully that's what kind of knows I'm not like pepper. Alright, so that is what we're going to use to make this vegan recipe. Let's get started. Alright, we are moving on to our very first step. The first thing you want to do, you are going to get your oyster mushroom and you're going to cut it going this way. So that's how you want to have them cutting. So when you get them pretty much looking like this, you want to go ahead and rinse those off. So now you wash them really good with icy cold water. And then you wash them a second time. And you want to make sure so you mushroom them nice and clean. Now you're going to get a clean paper towel or a tablecloth, and you're going to dry these mushrooms off because you don't want to move on to the next step unless they're dry thoroughly. Now you're going to get your baking container and you're going to place these mushrooms in. You're going to add a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt, and some extra virgin olive oil. Okay, now we're moving on to our next step. We are going to add our oats flour, 100% whole wheat flour, 1/2 teaspoon yeast, all-purpose seasoning, beef seasoning, and just a little bit of browning or soy sauce. Mix that in. Make sure you have clean hands, of course. Cold water. Just gonna make and form a dough out of it.
If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own.
When it's formed pretty much like that, you just want to go ahead and just kind of bring it together. Get a damp paper towel and cover it up.
And I didn't understand that you.
Now that my oyster mushrooms are all done, you want to go ahead and do the step while it's still warm. So that is how you want your oysters mushroom to be looking when you get done with this step. And so now we move on. my next step. On my counter, I have my plastic wrap. And you're going to put your oyster mushroom on top, and then you want to fold that over. I'm going to be cooking for 2 people, so I'm going to cut it into 2. And now I'm going to move on to my next step. Okay, in my pot I have some extra virgin olive oil, and you want to make sure so your oil nice and hot. Not burn up hot, but hot enough to let your meat not stick in that pot or burn. Now you're going to add your meat in. You want these to get a nice crispy golden brown on both sides. That looks pretty good. And so when those are done frying up, nice and golden brown on both sides, we will move on to the next step and finish up this dish. Now we're moving on to our next step. In that pot is the pot that we use to fry up our vegan meat. We're going to add our garlic in, our scallions, bell peppers, fresh thyme, tomato, our hot pepper, tomato paste, just a little bit more of that browning or soy sauce. And mix that in. Now you want to add your vegan meat to that. Put the gravy on top. I'm going to add just a little bit more water to it. Just going to add a little bit of parsley to that. Guys, if you have fresh parsley, go ahead and use that. And this is going to be done in no more than 5 minutes. Let's get this on a plate. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Fast, easy and simple. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Let me know what you'd like to see me cooking next in my kitchen. And as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy! I'm gonna let this cook for a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, it's time for we eat. So, see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation, full coverage, you know, like bam. And last but not least, the last thing I tend to go for in my makeup collection is this palette right here. Let me show you what this baby looks like. It has a whole bunch of concealers. I believe it's $10 for this palette.